Okay, here in the finals, we are on the draw, and we're going to keep this hand. A little bit blue heavy in terms of resources, but still definitely worthy of a keep. At this point, pretty much just bottoming lands all day. Leave the Rift Bolt on top. I wonder if I can set up my Rift Bolt with my dual caster. I got to do that. If I can get one more red source, I can suspend and then set up a dual caster. That's kind of cool, actually. I like that. Mystical Tutor. Wait, what did he got? Ancestral Recall. That's pretty good. Yes. 1 mana, instant speed, draw 3. Certainly powerful. Certainly powerful. Red source. Ooh, sexy. All right, so now we get to suspend Rift Bolt and copy it next turn, which is pretty sweet, actually. I mean, yeah, I just like it. I guess I could wait a bit longer, but I don't want to. I mean, I could play the Gutter Snipe next turn and then turn it into. But it's only when you cast, so it's not even that synergistic. No, let's just go for it now. So we'll suspend. Oh, wait, that won't work. I screwed it up because that's all right. I'm sure there'll be a future spell I can do it with, but I think we all see why it's not going to work now. I'm not going to be able to play my third land to do the dual caster by the time the Rift Bolt has resolved. Oh no! And he has the mana to pay it too. Well, that didn't pan out quite as I'd hoped. So Electrolyze would be good off the top here. I mean, it'd still be pretty bad, but at least it would rectify this full frontal mistake that's happening here. Nope. All right. Well, let's get the Gutter Snipe down. So far, pretty good start from our opponent. Fine draw 3, stop by mistaken play, and play Swords of Plowshares, yeah. Maybe it's better to wait till 6 for the compulsive research. Well, Torch Fiend's pretty good here. Guess we'll just Torch Fiend. I don't need a compulsive yet. Muldrifter, very good card. Fire Blast. Yeah, it's a card too. Let's compulsive. Playing around the days still, which is kind of nice. Ooh, a little smash to smithereens. Not bad. Let's ditch an island. Let's just go ahead and smash his Spellskite. Guess we can let him attack with a Mull Drifter. So if I copy or repeal, I believe it copies X too. I don't think X is 0. I think it straight up copies however much X is. So that's something to keep in mind. I guess theoretically I can copy, bounce something for 3. Well, I think I got to kill the Mull Drifter. Can't let him draw 2 cards every turn. It's a bit too good. Alright, well, didn't get dazed, didn't get forced, didn't get pacted. So I guess I got that going for me. Oh, counterspell's nice. It's going to be a while before Vincer dies. Infinite, as a matter of fact. No plays. It's interesting. Guess we best counter that. Well, can't do anything about that. Targeting himself or me? My hand, alright. Got rid of the dual caster mage. Wait a second. I just skipped my main phase? How did that happen? I don't know, but that's weird. Do I want to just go for him? Kind of have to keep him off Vincer. Alright, well. And I guess we'll redirect. Because I just don't think it's going to be super possible to win with Vincer getting an emblem. Oh no. Glenlinder's real good. Oh, and he can reset Glenlindra? Jeez. That's pretty dirty. So far he's had some pretty sick stuff. I think that goes without saying when your opponent plays Ancestral. I can't do anything about Glenlindra. Yeah, if I attack Venser now, he just resets Glenalindra, and it does nothing for me. If I bounce it, she counters it, he resets. I think I'm actually, like, locked. He can, like, infinitely, unless I have to basically resolve 2 spells in 1 turn to be able to beat Venser. All the tutors. Moat. Uh-oh. He's got me locked up pretty good here. I don't really have an out to enchantments either. Guess I have bounce. So if I try and repeal mode, he just counters it. If I try and treachery, just counters it. 2 untapped mana for counter spells. 6 on Venser. Snap plus anything, it gets countered. Guess they do cost 1 less. I feel like I can't beat this. Am I wrong? Does anybody have an out to this? I don't know how to beat that. I have to play 2 spells in 1 turn. Could do snap compulsive, and it's just countered. Do snap preordain. I'm left with 2 mana, which isn't enough to do anything. So even if it doesn't counter, it doesn't add anything to me. I think I just lose, but I guess I might as well have him beat me. Guess I just repeal at the end of his turn. If I'd gotten a land, I could snap repeal, but it still would have gotten countered. I still can't attack. I still feel like I'm just dead. Can't do anything about this. I'm not going to waste any time anymore. I'm pretty sure I lose. He's going to get emblem, so all of his spells just start exiling everything I have. I can't imagine a scenario where I'd beat that. Maybe I want Koth. Dak, maybe. Revoker, perhaps. I got to imagine there's board sweepers in there, but I don't know if I can do much about them. Repeal against Moat. I feel like Moat's not even that big of a deal against us. Smash is definitely important. Man, all the main deck tools to deal with us, man. I got to imagine there's gonna be. All right, I think I maybe ditch out on the sower, only because. Well, I guess it steals a Glenalendra. It steals a Spellskite. I guess it could be okay. What do I want to ditch then? Guess we can ditch the repeal. Maybe bring in the Revoker for the Venser. But Koth's not bad either. Didn't see a ton of non-basics. Dak could be good if I emblem. Alright. Convince myself I'll do Dak. If I emblem, I can start targeting stuff and take it. Which doesn't seem out of the realm of possibilities. Also, stealing Spellskite's not the worst. Could just take Spellskite out after seeing both Torchfiend and Smash main deck, but Spellskite's a little bit too good to take out, I would think. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's tough to beat that Ancestral. I think we'll just try again. Pretty bonkers deck, no doubt. No doubt about it. This hand's good. See if we can't find our Delver. Land and a Burst Lightning. I mean, I'm going to eventually need a second mountain for Fire Blast, but I'm just going to keep the Burst. So we can pay 4 mana to burst for 4. It's pretty efficient. Well, I can't daze us. I guess that's good. First land's a non-basic, though. Swords. Oh, Path, too. Jeez. This person's got a pretty nice deck. Pretty nice. Both Swords, Path, Ancestral, Mystical Tutor. Wow. It's a nice deck. Alright. Guess we begin to burn. Guess we'll burn in response to the Ponder. Well, yeah, I was going to say maybe we wait for like Gutter Snipe and stuff, but I actually don't think we do. I'm not sure we have time against... I just basically don't want to get caught behind some counterspell walls or anything like that. Alright, I'll let the Ponder resolve now. I mean, technically we have him at 5 life between Fire Blast and Burst Lightning, which is pretty cool. Ooh. Um. So I can Fire Blast. I'm actually 1 damage short currently, from what I can see. I guess we just pass. I'm playing into a counterspell here only because I want my Fire Blast Dualcaster to resolve the way I want it to. Oh, there's a black source. Scary. That resolved too, huh? Dak Faden. Well, guess we go for it. He hasn't countered yet. I feel like that would have been a pretty good one to counter. So I have to sack 2 mountains. I'm holding control right now, so hopefully this works again. Oh, wait. Cancel. So we tap 2. Click this. All right, I'm holding control. Cast sack 2 mountains. Target you. Sack. Sack. Dualcaster. Pay 1. Well, one of them is resolving. All right, well, not as cool as I wanted it to be, but theoretically sort of worked. At least the control thing worked. I've had that fail on me before, holding control. I'm always super skeptical when I do it that it's not going to work. But it did in fact work. So we would have dealt 8 there, which is pretty crazy. Muldrifter Hardcast for 2 plus the mana drain. That is some efficient use of mana there, my friend. Let's see if we can't resolve this DAC. But I guess it depends on what we draw. Smash. Can't quite use that yet. Let's see if we can't resolve a DAC anyway. Draw some cards, get rid of some cards. Do I want to ditch a Smash? I guess if he's got Spellskite, I'm in some trouble. But problem with Smash is if he doesn't play an artifact, I can't do anything. So I guess we'll leave the Searing Spear. Oh, I guess I can just steal his Spellskite, yeah. Yeah, it still works. Tack and Dak. Tack and Dak. It's weird to say. Oh no, Archangel of Thune. Well, that's going to be tough to kill. Guess we can pretty promptly concede if I can't kill that here. Yeah. Vortex. If I could have resolved it, it would have been pretty good. Well, that actually, the Vortex is interesting. I think I have to snap, preordain, desperately searching for a red source. God, we're still going to lose, aren't we? I guess if I can turn off lifelink, I only am taking 7 from above each turn. Yeah, I don't know how I can win. That's too much. If I could play Vortex here, I think we would win. Well, I got to ditch the spear. We got to play the snap. I mean, I could have burst lightning too, but he's going to gain the life. I just don't have the resources I need. And now I got to resolve my sulfuric vortex, which is also not going to be easy. I mean, I clearly have to leave the volcanic island. Do I top the research too? Maybe. All right, well, it pretty much all hinges on resolving that vortex. He's only gaining 3 this turn, so we're still possibly ahead. Cannot block. Guess at least Dak's not dead. Kind of surprised he didn't just kill Dak. This still would have pumped everything. All right, moat, acceptable. Let's resolve this sulfuric vortex, and then we're in business. We're in a little bit of trouble if we can't. I think we actually just lose if we can't. But the fact that we actually have a shot if we can resolve this sulfuric vortex makes me feel good. Albeit it's not a great one, but oh no, he has the... All right, well, that's too bad. This guy's deck was insane, though, so not a great chance of winning this one, unfortunately. Little bit too good of a deck to beat. But disappointing, nonetheless. I really wanted to resolve that Vortex once in my 3 matches, but nope. Yeah, so I think we can just scoop it up after this. I'll still see what I draw, but and I'll DAC, whatever, but I'm going to scoop. I mean, I don't know what... Vortex was my savior, so I don't know what I could possibly beat my opponent with. And even then, at this point, he doesn't even care about the Vortex. That's funny. How much can you crack back at me for? 7, 10? Is he just letting us resolve it to show us that he had everything? I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't get rid of Vortex. Did he forget about the gain life, or is he just going to Oblivion Ring and be like, ha, I had everything. I have everything. Well, I would say getting rid of the Vortex would have been important before the Lifelinker hits. Ancestral Recall. I've heard that card's pretty good. Jeez. What do we got? No! Look at all these goodies my opponent has. I just want to draw. I want to punish that mistake. Whatever. Oh. Yeah. Oh, non-land permanent, yeah. Oh, it's... I don't control, yeah. Okay. Wait, they both go? Maybe I should have read. Or tied for the most votes, jeez, yeah. So, yes, I should have voted for my own Sulfuric Vortex, but I still have a shot here. I mean, let's be honest. Was my Snapcaster going to do anything against a Moat anyway? No. Young Pyromancer, you don't win the game. All right, let's deal 2 to you, sir. Here we go. Some 1-drop burn spell that I don't have in my deck. All right, well, it was fun while it lasted. But despite his mistake, he still got us with the Ancestral Recall. Pretty brutal beatdown. But at least we got 2 victories. I'm pretty surprised and happy with that. So despite my mistakes, opponents had to do some mulligans, so that was good for us. Yeah, that guy's deck was pretty insane. Probably one of the more insane decks in Cube you could get, I would imagine. Ancestral Recall being able to be found, both paths, Swords of Plowshare, excellent, amazing main deck tools against our style of deck in both Spellskite and whatever that other card. I mean, this might not have been main deck, but there's another card he played in Game 1 that was just bonkers against us besides the Spellskite. Why can't I think of it? Well, it'll come to me someday. Yeah, so we just got wrecked, but whatever. We did all right. We'll see you for the next draft.